The time is 6 o'clock.
We're building love, making friends, spreading unity on Heartland
Thanks. We very sincerely apologize for being off air for some hours now. It was owing to a technical problem right here and has been fixed. We sincerely apologize. And welcome to Heartland FM News at 6. First, we take the major stories. Nigerians can Ajero. A couple of weeks ago, the National Assembly passed the Petroleum Industry Bill, PIB. One of the objectives of the proposed framework is, among others, to promote transparency, good governance, and accountability in the administration of petroleum resources of the nation. In this special package, our correspondent, Basil Ohaji, went round town to ascertain whether or not the proposed law will assuage the certain of hydrocarbon communities. We hope you bring you that report in our subsequent bulletins.
Indisputable fact that oil-producing areas of the country have been undergoing hazards and should be well compensated, but reverse appears to be the case. Maybe such situation prompted Professor Oke Okoro of the Imo State University Owerri to suggest that all products in the other parts of the country should be national cakes.
We cannot be happy that the oil-bearing community, which I'm one of them, will just be sowing and sowing, and others who never sowed. When I say sow, they never would be part of the trouble we are experiencing in terms of environmental degradation, in terms of devaluation of life.
Professor Okoro observed that unbundling the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation would not make any sense, as that would be old wine in a new bottle. To speak more on the implications of the bill is a petroleum engineer, Tony Obonna. He was of the view that the PIB was a rebranding process. According to Tony Obonna, what the proposed law contains is not far different from what existed before. The oil and gas expert said freezing the NNPC into a limited company was also a rebranding process, noting that the bill is lopsided and accused the masterminds of the document as selfish. He frowned at the creation of a frontier basin exploration, suggesting that the money that would be invested into what he called white elephant projects could be used to harness the gas which is being flared and wasted for years. Mr. Obonna queried the wisdom of diving into a new exploration when existing oil blocks were yet to be fully harnessed.
There's a need to look at this bill end to end and review it so that all the key players, all the stakeholders will be beneficiaries.
He further advised that if pipeline communities are insisting that they be paid royalties, there should be need to categorize host communities according to the magnitude of the infrastructure they are hosting. Let the National Assembly retrieve the bill and come to terms with the hydrocarbon communities to ensure the rapid development of the Niger Delta region. In Owerri, I am Basil Ohaji, Radio Nigeria.
Thank you, Basil. The Minister of Aviation, Haji Shirika, has promised to complete outstanding projects in the industry before 2023. Mr. Shirika gave the assurance during the 25th Annual Conference and Award Ceremony organized by the League of Airport and Aviation Correspondents in Lagos. The theme of the conference was Nigeria's Aviation Industry, Management, Policy and Regulations. The minister pledged to urgently improve operating environment for airlines in the country. He highlighted that the ministry had been able to achieve zero import duties on aircraft engine, spare parts and special foreign exchange window for the aviation sector. Mr. Shirika also noted that Nigeria presently had bilateral air services agreements with 89 countries. According to him, 15 countries had already indicated their preparedness to sign BASS with the country, while 13 other countries were in the threshold of renegotiation. In our studios, well-meaning citizens of our country seem to be in agreement that there is a general trend of moral laxity in our society. In order to show that the society tilting towards that direction it may be necessary to reinstate that social ills like armed robbery, prostitution, car snatching, baby factory, exam malpractice, kidnapping, among others, have been the challenges confronting the nation's security agencies. Moral Education in Schools was written by Ken Uwa and read in our studios. And now to end the news, a recap of the major stories. A couple of weeks ago, the National Assembly passed the Petroleum Industry Bill, PIB. One of the objectives of the proposed framework is, among others, to promote transparency, good governance, and accountability in the administration of petroleum resources of a nation. Ebonyi State government has handed over 7 of its primary and secondary schools to a religious organization for quality management, good education, and sound morals. Governor David Omahi announced this at a groundbreaking ceremony in Abakaliki. A strong earthquake has occurred off the southern coast of the U.S. state of Alaska. The United States Geological Survey gave the magnitude as 8.2. And lastly, Enyimba has backed their captain Austin Oladapo following the 1-year ban by the Confederation of African Football. And that's about the size of our packet this evening. And as we go on the news, let's quickly remind you, evil thrives when the good people do nothing. Push for a better Nigeria where peace and justice prevails. Be a good Nigerian. And that's our concern this evening on behalf of a news editor, Ogechi Dede, and the entire production team. I am Jude Ajero. We thank you for listening. Good evening.